Book of Heaven, Volume 13, December 5th, 1921. One who does not accept the gifts of God is ungrateful. Doubts and difficulties. After I wrote what is said above, I felt all concerned and more than ever annihilated. And as I had begun to pray, my always lovable Jesus came and, pressing me tightly to his heart, told me,
"Daughter of my will, why do you not want to recognize the gifts that your Jesus wants to give you? This is a highest ingratitude. Imagine a king surrounded by his faithful ministers and a poor boy, barefooted, ragged, who, taken by love of seeing the king, goes up to the royal palace and, making himself smaller than he is, looks at the king from behind the ministers and then lowers himself for fear of being discovered. The king notices this, and while the boy is there huddled behind the ministers, he calls him and takes him aside. The little one trembles, blushes. He fears to be punished. But the king presses him to his heart and says to him, 'Do not fear. I took you aside to tell you that I want to elevate you above all. I want you to surpass all the gifts that I have given to my ministers, nor do I want you to leave my royal palace any more.' If the boy is good, he will accept with love the proposal of the king. He will tell everyone how good the king is. He will tell the ministers, calling everyone to thank the king. If, though, he is ungrateful, he will refuse to accept, saying, 'What do you want from me? I am a little one, poor, ragged, barefooted. These gifts are not for me.' And he will keep in his heart the secret of his ingratitude. Is this not a horrendous ingratitude? And what will happen to that boy? So you are, because you see yourself unworthy, you would want to get rid of my gifts.
And my love, you are right. But what concerns me the most is that you always want to speak about me. And he...
It is right, it is necessary that I speak about you. Would it be nice if a bridegroom who wants to marry a bride would have to deal with others and not with her? While it is necessary that they confide their secrets to each other, that one know what the other possesses, that their parents endow this couple, and that in advance they become used to each other's ways.
And I added, tell me my life, and who is my family? What is my dowry and yours? And smiling, he continued,
Your family is the Trinity. Don't you remember when, in the first years of bed, I took you to heaven, and before the sacrosanct Trinity we celebrated our union? And the Trinity endowed you with such gifts that you yourself have not yet known them. And as I speak to you of my will, of the effects and value, the gifts with which, from that time you were endowed, are uncovered. I do not speak to you of my dowry, because what is mine is yours. And then after a few days we, all three divine persons, descended from heaven, took possession of your heart, and formed our perpetual dwelling. We took the reins of your intelligence, of your heart, and of all of you. And everything you did was an outpouring of our creative will over you, and the confirmation that your will was animated by an eternal will. The work is already done. There is nothing left but to make it known, so that not only you, but also others may take part in these great goods. And this I am doing, calling now one minister of mine, now another, and even ministers from places afar to make known to them these great truths. Therefore this thing is mine, not yours, so let me do. Even more, you must know that every time you manifest one additional value of my will, I feel so much contentment that I love you with multiplied love.
And I, blushing about my difficulties, said, my highest and only good, see how I have become more bad. Before I used to have no doubts about what you were telling me. Now, no, how many doubts, how many difficulties. I myself don't know where I go fishing for them. And Jesus,
do not worry about this either. Many times I myself provoke these difficulties in order to answer, not only you, confirming to you the truths that I tell you, but to answer all those who, in reading these truths, may find doubts and difficulties. And I answer them in advance so that they may find light and the melting of all their difficulties. Criticism will not be lacking, therefore everything is necessary.
Thank you for being a part of our community here at Divine Will app. If you enjoy listening to Jesus' lessons on how to live in the divine will, please give this video a thumbs up. Your likes help us reach more souls yearning to live in the kingdom of the divine will. We'd love to hear your thoughts and reflections, so drop a comment below. Your insights not only enrich our community, but also inspire others on their spiritual journey. And don't forget to subscribe to our channel. By joining us, you're helping to spread the news of the kingdom of the divine will, so that together we can bring His kingdom to reign on earth as it is in heaven. In the divine will, always.